Hello everybody and welcome back to a different video today. We are going to be rating things we don't like about Dota. So obviously we've been playing it for I think nearly a year now, which it is crazy to think about, to be fair. Like, this year's kind of flown by. But yeah, basically we're going to be, just as a thing, we have enjoyed playing Dota. But I guess this is just a video of us ranting about some of the gripes we've got with it and why, I don't know, it could be why it's hard to get new players into Dota. I don't know if we're going to go that deep, but basically this is kind of the, this is going to be a thing of what some of the things that we've, like, not fully liked, like going from League, because obviously we're used to
League players don't like.
Yeah, because like I said, League, we're so used to League, and obviously the same type of game, but there's a lot of differences still, like, you know, from playing Dota to playing League. So basically we're going to be going through, so we've not told each other our things, so we're going to do a couple now, and then if this video does well and people want to see more, then we can do another video. It's not like a roast or like we like in playing Dota. This is like, you know, it's not just us hating on Dota. This is just kind of the things that I guess we just, you know, we're not fans of and wish would be a bit different. But again, we'll be a bit
we're not bashing on it.
Yeah.
But if you say that, if you do want to see a part two, then let us know.
Yeah, and
also if you want to see the reverse, like stuff League players love about Dota, we can also do that.
Yeah, true. And like say, if you've got anything in the if you've got anything to say in the comments, or anything you don't like about Dota or wish was different, or anything like that, then feel free to comment it down. But yeah, so we're going to get straight into it. We've got no pictures because we've got to put the pictures in. So when we've spoke about one thing, when we're tiering it, we'll put the picture in, and then we'll move on to the next one, which, like I say, I think we'll do maybe 4, depending on how it goes. We don't want to drag this out too long. So basically, I'm going to start straight away with the towers, because in League,
what about the towers?
Well, the worthless, like they seem to be just there. I mean, obviously they're there as an obstacle to stop you from obviously winning, but in League, it's like they
actually do damage.
Yeah, like in Dota, if you're fighting or getting pushed in, or if you're getting absolutely hammered by whoever and getting ganked and all this, like the other, you don't even have the safety of your turret to go under. Like, you back up and go, oh, I'll play safe, I'll farm under turret. But you can't fully do that because I know, like, level 1 to, like, 3 or 4, it's hard to, like, dive someone under the turret. But it's the fact that the turret, for one, doesn't shoot people if they attack you. Like, the kind of, you're under the turret thinking, please help me, and I know you can, like, redirect the turret aggro, but again, like, if you're getting, like, dove on by 3 people, you're gonna really try and redirect the turret aggro to a person. Like, it should. I feel like it's one of those things where it can be seen as, I guess, babying you, but if you're getting absolutely rinsed, then you can at least play safe and push back, like in League. Like, if you're getting, like, if you was in top lane, say, and you was against a ranged top laner, you know, because it felt like being that way out today, you can farm under turret, you know, like, instead of just getting absolutely rinsed, you can farm under turret and at least somewhat be useful in the game. And it stops you from, obviously you don't want the super long games, but it stops you from being able to mess about with, you know, like, destroying the turrets too quick and getting through them too quick, because you can do whatever. I know with Dota, it kind of balances out because you can TP. Anyone can TP as long as you've got a scroll, so you can get back to the turrets quick to defend them, like when you die and respawn. But it just seems like, I feel like if they did a bit more damage, or like, say, even when we were playing the first time we ever started playing it, everyone was saying in League the turrets, like, defend you a lot, but in Dota you are defending the turrets. Like, they are pretty useless. But it's plus even
the damage they do on the, like, cannon things is just random as well.
Oh yeah, like,
what the
I was gonna say, like say, farming under turret, like, it's the minions don't aggro the turret straight away. Like, you could be running away from the minions and they just run by the turret. Like, fully understand.
Oh yeah, and then it aggroes you. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god, that's annoying.
like I say, like if you're the minions are coming towards you and you're like, oh, if I'm under turret, like I said, the shoot with the amount of damage the minions are taking, it's hard. Like you can do it, but it's harder in Dota to be like, okay, this many shots, and then I can last hit the minion. Like in League, you've got 2 shots for a caster minion and 3 for what are they, the hammer ones, the hammer minions, and then a cannon takes however many, but you can kind of it slowly goes down, and you can judge it from there. In Dota, it's like it's all over the place. Like one minion could be 2 or 3 minions could be chasing you. The other ones will stop and start attacking the turret, and you're like trying to muck about and get the minion aggro off you so you can farm them. And then you're mucking about with that. Then there's a cannon at the back, and it just 2 shots it. Like you're doing no damage at all to the cannon. Then the turret just like 2 shots to the cannon. And you're like, what? It seems a bit. It's a bit awkward, and like I say, even just the damage the turret does to you, it's like I know at the start of the game it's a bit more, but it's kind of negligible. Like when it comes right down to it. So it's
exactly. In League, if you go into the tower level 1, 3 shots, then you're probably going to die.
Yeah, it's like I say, the turrets are like kind of they're there and they feel useful, but again, it's more if you're getting pushed in and you don't know what's happening, you can't even play safe. If you're losing lane, then you've kind of again if you've got anything like strategies to get around it or what I'm assuming there's things to do to stop that. But from our experience, if we're getting like rinsed or ganked, like I say, we'll be hanging about. We may get if we're getting just like laning and stuff, then we'll kill a person. But then all of a sudden, 4 people rock up because you can just TP straight to the turret, and then everyone can just dive under the turret, and then you're dead. And you're like, oh, I can't even get a kill back up half the time because I've died so many times. Like I've died too quick, and the turret's not going to fucking help me. Well, yeah. So it's like I say, I feel like the turrets, even if the aggro was like better, like it prioritized people. Like again in League, if you attack someone under, like if you walk under turret, depending on what's under there, depends on if you get shot at. But if you attack an enemy whilst you're under the turret, you get turret aggro. Whereas if you get dove, you can't even be sure that the turret's even going to attack the person that's killing you. So it's like you run to turret for safety, and it's like, well, why? You're not safe under there.
Yeah.
So like, if there was some rhyme or reason to the turret aggro, like again, people have explained there is like a priority kind of way of what the turret does, but it's just not as flat as League. Like League is, if you go under turret and there's no minions, then it'll attack you. Then if there's minions, it'll prioritize the minions. Then if you hurt an enemy champion under the turret, it'll shoot you, and that's kind of it. Yeah. Whereas the turrets are just they do what they want. They do what they want and don't care. So I'm not a fan of the turrets. I don't know if you've got anything you want to say about the turrets. So
We've pretty much said it all, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. They're just kind of they're a pain.
Wow, where should we put it, Sam?
Okay,
now we're back in.
Yeah, add it back in. So, this is like, I guess, an annoyance thing. So we're going to change it. So this is, I guess, S is like, we really hate this thing.
Keep S as S, because everyone knows what S is. Have S as S.
I was going to say
S is always S.
Okay.
Have a capital S.
Lowercase s. I'm really mad.
That's a small S.
What's a
Me right now.
What?
So what? Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, where would you say the turrets are? So, to me, I feel like it's can learn to live with. Like, say, it's not a make or break. It's like, it's annoying, but obviously you get over it. It's just annoying in lane. Yeah,
I'm between that and hard.
Because I feel like it doesn't make or break game. I mean, sometimes it can, Again, with your like
It's
getting pushed
really
in,
annoying.
yeah, and like, well, to be fair, because when I'm trying to like CS and get gold and stuff, it's a bit, you know.
And when we get ganked, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Should we go very hard delivery then?
I see our call.
I'm gonna put it there for now, and then we can always adjust.
Okay.
Okay, so James, what is your thing? First thing that you hate about Dota?
Let me just pick one. What shall I go with?
One of the many. Let me just pick one.
And I actually had turrets do 0 damage as one of mine, so I'm just going to delete that one real quick.
I thought you meant to.
You know what? Probably going to be pretty hard to get a picture of this.
Okay.
The graphics.
Just any picture of it.
The god-awful graphics.
Okay.
It looks like
That's why.
what League looks like. The very early years of League.
Like, wow.
And it looked like it's just never had an update.
It looks like early World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's I do what you mean. Getting used to the graphics and how the art style is it's different. It is very different because I know a lot of Dota players they don't like League's graphics.
Oh really?
Well, yeah, everyone was saying that, and Sherlock and Joe were saying that they don't think League's graphics are good. They don't like how League looks.
Are they on crack? What do they mean? What do they don't like how it looks?
Yeah, they said
it's like, oh my god, it's in high definition. Oh no!
they were saying that it was to be fair, that reminds me of something else, and I guess could be on here as well. Not different like thing subject, but because it said it just reminded me of it. But they said oh yeah, they don't like how League looks. Like it looks. I think they said League looks cartoony. I think. Don't quote me on that. But Joe and Sherlock, if I'm like,
I don't know if that's
not
cartooning.
If I'm wrong, then feel free to like say so in the comments. But
feel free to absolutely slate Sam in the comment.
But I remember him saying that they don't like. I like Sherlock. I remember Sherlock saying it differently. But they said yeah, they don't like how League looks and the fair Dota. But I do know what you mean. I've gotten used to how Dota looks. But I do.
I mean, I've got more used to it, but I remember when we first loaded it up, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I do. I can't relate.
What is this Stone Age game? I feel like I'm playing RuneScape.
But RuneScape look better. So how would I mean? Do you still have you learned to live with them?
I guess over time, it's been a year.
It's still very hard to live with.
Well, you have to get a picture up first.
Okay.
You should type in RuneScape lowest.
Okay, so the graphics.
Oh.
The better RuneScape graphics.
Since it doesn't annoy us anymore, it has to be in Can Learn to Live or lower.
Yeah, I guess can live with it because obviously we still play the game. So obviously we are living with it. It's not like absolutely diabolical, Like if it was Borderlands, you'd be like S.
Oh my god!
You wouldn't play Borderlands because.
Oh my god! I can't play Borderlands. It makes me feel sick.
Cell shading.
Everything looks disgusting.
It's different.
And so does the film apparently. Which I guess it's a good representation. Then maybe it is a good film. Who knows?
So it's not a good film. It's a film.
Can you live with it?
The Borderlands film.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have to. We've got no choice. Randy Pitchford said, "I like this film and I approved it." That's the funny thing. A lot of people say with game films, like the directors kind of just, do it and don't question. Like kind of have their own take on the game and don't get any like input from the game director and like stuff.
Or play the game.
Yeah, but Randy Pitchford, the main director of Borderlands, was like, I think, at the forefront of it, which is more hilarious. So, and he said, yes, this film's a good representation of the game. And all of the fans have said, no, it's not. But yeah.
Okay, right. Anyway.
The one I think is very hard to live with is because, I want to, before I say anything, let me just, it's just so I don't say something stupid and make people mad.
Dota came out first.
How fast?
I don't know how fast. I'm gonna have to Google that, but Dota definitely came out first.
Okay, so Dota came out first.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dota did it first. So
League perfected it.
Yeah, well, that's more the thing. It's more the thing of, I feel like Dota. So the thing is,
there we go. I can feel it's gonna make people mad. I'm waiting for it.
It feels like Dota's like overly complicated. Like they've took the game and thought, how can we make this not easy to play, and then did everything in their power to do that. Like,
I can't wait for you to pull an image up for this one.
Like, well, that's the thing I've just wrote down, to be fair, the image for this one.
Oh, right, okay.
Basically, so, again, I know, well, the Dota came first, but when it comes right down to it, you've got League and you've got active items, not anywhere near as many as Dota, but you've got active items, but
yeah.
And like, so you normally have 1 or 2 active items in League. You know, like you've got Gale Force or whatever, the one that gives you the dash.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so that gives you a dash. So you're an ADC, gives you a dash for an escape or a bit of movement. Or you've got Zhonya's where you press your button, you go into the stasis. You know, simple stuff like Hex Tech Rocket Belt. You know, a simple little dash. So in Dota you've got. Well, these are some I can remember. So you've got items that give lifesteal, that when you activate them give you more lifesteal. You've got items that can silence a person. You've got items that can, like, you turn this on, you slowly die, but you do a bit more damage. You've got healing, you've got anti-healing, you've got... I can't remember half of them. Like, say, I think nearly every item has, like, an active ability on it. Like, you got to get BKB because, you got to use BKB before thingy, but then this BKB can only stop these types of stuns. Like,
the dispels.
Yeah, and stuff like that. There's so many layers to it, and I get that obviously some people like it, and again, it's like, when you get used to it all, you can perfect it and master it, and we get this.
I know what you're saying,
but it's like there's needless, like, it's how deep do you go? Oh, we've made this item, so we kind of need something to counter it. So we've made this item to counter it, but now we need something to counter that. So we've made this to counter that. Now that needs something to counter it, and it kind of goes deeper and deeper until I don't know if it's come full circle. Like the first thing counters the last thing. You know, it's like a full circle of get this to counter this. But there's so many of them, and like even with like Invoker. I mean, come on now, like again. I know if you don't want to play Invoker, it's not like broken or it's not like he's like the best hero of the game. Well, it's like, again, it's one of those things where if someone puts the time in to play him and do him right, then fair enough. You've earned that power, if that makes sense. You remember the inputs for his different abilities and you get it, but he's not. You can still beat him, but it's good. Like say, you rewarded for your effort by learning the more complicated character. But at the end of the day, was them making him that complicated just for the sake of, oh, look at this complicated character? Like, a lot of people like seeing new people play Invoker and stuff because, oh, look at all this stuff. But is he just there for the sake of being there, just for that kind of, just to be able to say, oh, we've got a really complicated hero that no one can play. Like, oh, he's real complicated. Because you've got all... Like, I don't know how many things he's got. He's got, like a lot of different abilities, like, combinations. But then on top of that, he's got his active items when you buy them. Then you've got your... Like, you get the tiered items as well. Like, again, they're not bad, but it's the fact that some of them have an active on it. And, like, you look at your keyboard, it's like a friggin'... You might as well be playing the piano. Yeah, like, you know, it's going up and down. Like, I'm like, speechless. It's...
Have you played Invoker?
I think I did. I think I've played him.
Do you know, I actually kind of liked him.
Oh, no, did I? No, I don't... Wait, have I? Oh, no, I think I did. I played him. I have played him. Yeah, I played him, and again, it's like... It's just... It seems like they've made things complicated just for the sake of making them complicated. Like I said, and again, that's, in my eyes, I don't know if it is or not, but it feels like a couple of people have said that not many people come into Dota. But when you've got like such a high learning curve of everything, like I know you've got your tutorials and the community, especially with us, you got a lot of people teaching you. But Joe's literally give us, 5 PowerPoint lessons about different things. And some of them have been over an hour long. Like, you can input, your what abilities you want to use in. So you've got, if I shift or whatever, shift W, then E, then R, then this, you can, queue up what abilities you're going to use. So, yeah, and again, it's a thing of you don't have to use it, but it's there to help you improve you, and people can do it. So again, you don't have to do it. It's not like you need to do this thing, but then it's a thing of if you don't learn how to do it, and then you start versing people that can do it, then you've kind of you're forced to learn how to do it. And again, it kind of just sounds like me whining because I can't be asked to put the effort in to learn the game. But when, even with micromanaging all your stuff, there's, again, you don't have to play the heroes, but when you've got a guy that has a bear and you can buy items for him and the bear, and you use the bear to fight, and the guy is kind of there.
Whereas on League, you drop the bear and then the bear just
does its thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm on about the Beastmaster guy, not the demon guy.
Oh, right. I hadn't actually played Beastmaster.
Oh, yeah, Joe played him in a game. So literally, Joe was in the bot lane, the off bot. No, again, even that's complicated. It's backwards. You've got the top lane, the middle lane, the bot lane, where it's backwards. If you're on the Radiant side, the off lane's top and the safe lane's bot. And if you're on the Dire side, the off lane's bot and the safe lane's top. Just can't you just have top, middle, and bottom? It kind of, again, I know it's kind of the meta that settles what goes where. You got your tanks to go against your things, the marksman or whatever. But can't you just swap them round? So I know
exactly.
The off lane people are there to lock down the marksman to stop them from being able to farm. So if you know their off laners are going to be up there, why don't you just go down? Okay, we can beat their carries down there because we're better. Our carries are better. We can farm up, but also bully them and then just send them top. It seems a bit, like I said, overly complicated for what it needs to be. And again, League, you go in. Yeah, you're only champ. Sure, it's hard to get used to with stuff, but you go to your lane, you slowly get used to it, this, that, the other. With Dota, you've got layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. And I know a lot of people like that, but...
What you're saying is Dota is like an onion,
yeah,
and League is like a potato.
Well, League has layers, but yeah, Dota's like an onion, so you're very put off about peeling the layers, because every time you see another one, you feel like crying. Whereas League's more like a cake, because you've got less layers,
and you're happy,
but it's a lot more appetizing to go for because you're not thrown into.
It's nicer to look at.
Yeah, it's there's not as many things you have to pick up and learn how to do straight away. You can there's deeper things you can learn, like wave management and stuff. But it's not like, you know, you got to drag the camps to stop the wave from going. Or even at the start of the match, the mid laner walks in front of the wave to slow it down so it comes towards you more.
To be fair, I sometimes do that on the league as well, though.
But
I've done that on the league miles before Thingy ever told me about it on Dota.
But it's like, you know what I mean, though? But again, you don't drag fucking blue buff to your wave to stop it, do you?
Imagine.
Like, yeah, I mean, you don't do that to stop the wave, and you know, again, it helps the wave push into you to play safe, but then you've got no turret to help you play safe. So even if the wave goes under your turret's going to kill them anyway, and you're not going to get the thing. So yeah, like I say, just in my eyes feels overly complicated. Again, even with all the lessons that we've been given. Again, we really appreciate all the lessons, and we are trying. But for people that like I say, we've got full-time jobs, we're trying to, you know, obviously do YouTube videos, and we're buying houses and kind of live a life. Like, unless you're like fully kind of committed to playing Dota, it's very hard. Like, we manage to play games when we stream on a Friday, and we may get a game in during the week, but playing about 4, 5, well, very push 5 games a week. It's like more like 3 or 4 games we play. But doing that, like, we're never gonna, like, how, even in, like, for the past year we've been playing it for, we're not even got the 100 hours for ranked yet. You know, so how are we gonna...
that's slightly annoying.
Yeah, it's like, how are we gonna learn how to learn all these things unless you gotta... It's a very all-in thing, it seems like, because of how much there is to learn and do and figure out, if that makes sense. Because even some items, you don't even know... You look at an item, you're like, is that a tank item? Is it more of a, like, magic item? Does it help my magic damage? Does it help my physical damage? You know, or is it tanky? Like, even down to the, like, oh, you get agility. So if you're an agility hero, you get more attack damage. But then agility gives you more... Wait, what does it do? Agility gives you more armor or something.
Yeah, they give, like...
Like, strength gives health. So even if you're not a strength hero, if you get a strength item and have more strength, you still get more health from it. It's just, again, there's a lot of layers that you need to get to the good stuff. And it's like, again, it's easy to just get into League and then do, you know, kind of do it. Again, it can be seen as babying, a bit more, but League has recommended items for the champion playing, so it's a lot more, like, you can ignore it and do what you're doing or know what item you need. Whereas Dota is just like, oh, there's the shop, there's the thing. Oh yeah, you've also got a courier that can do this, do that, and you can control him while you're doing stuff. You can send him over here to do this. You know, it's hard to get into, which I think is why Dota's, not many new people come to Dota, and, you know, a bit more people are more, like, can get into League a bit quicker and easier, if that makes sense. So that's my thing. It's just how complicated or overly complicated some of this stuff seems. Right. So to me, it's like, I feel like it's very hard to live with, because again, because it's like a thing of, if you're a casual Dota player, it feels like you can't be a casual Dota player. Like, I feel like you have to play so many games a week to be able to learn everything properly, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to. You'll kind of always just be, you'll be playing Dota, but are you really? But so again, feel free to rinse me in the comments and call me a crybaby and lazy, because things are too complicated and I don't want to learn.
Everyone type in LTake in the comments, please. Okay, right, yeah, this is an S. I don't care, I found an S.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you decide.
Okay.
My final take is Dota Plus.
Okay.
What a horrific... Oh, no.
Okay, I'm gonna let you... You sound like you've got a lot in the a big couple of barrels in the chamber. Shots in the chamber.
I just thought about it, and I just thought that it's just pay to win. Because I thought, before I did this, I did a little Google just to see what you actually get with it.
Yeah.
And it is pretty much pay to win. With it, you get a detailed death summary, Sam. Do you know how
What,
needed that is?
well, on like League?
Yeah, like on League you can see who did so much damage to you and how they did that much damage to you.
And what type of damage it is and how, so you know.
Exactly, so you know how to counter it.
Yeah.
You have to pay monthly to know.
How much?
I think it was £6. Let me just double check. Oh no, £3.
Pay to win.
And it's pay to win.
That could be
£3
£3 towards my mortgage.
Exactly.
And Lord knows I need it.
Do you know how much that is over a year?
That would be 40. No, it'd be £36.
I got really scared for a second.
I was gonna say 48, but that's far. That's far. I was gonna say 48, but I was like, oh no, it's there.
Yeah, plus. Okay, I'm gonna read out some features you get. You can say if this is fair or not.
Okay.
Item suggestions.
So what you get for again? So we'll also say if you get it for free on League. So the detailed summary you get for free on League. Item suggestions you get for free on League.
Real-time comparative analytics.
What does that like?
I don't know. It's real-time analytics. I don't know what that entails, but
It's probably like exam and stuff.
It sounds unfair. Lane setup suggestions.
Okay.
Ability suggestions.
Okay.
So like what to level up.
Oh yeah.
A detailed dev summary. Dynamic hero pick suggestions.
Oh, so is that before you start the match, or why do you pick this person to like counter pick this person? That's probably why we get counter picked so much, because we just like look at our heroes and they're like, oh well, I can play this guy to like rinse them.
It's one, not fair. Two, definitely not fair to new players.
Well, they give you a month free, and then you lose it. And you're like, I'm not paying monthly for it, and then you start losing. That's literally what happens to us. We had it for a month. It was like, oh, this is cool. Then all of a sudden, all the features went, and we're like, what?
Post-game analytics.
Oh, so imagine that. You can't look at your KDA. It's behind a paywall. I know you can see it after the game, but imagine that. That'd be funny as well.
Oh, just go straight to the home screen. Go again, mate.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Heroes. Don't know why.
Hero-specific global rank doesn't really matter. Spectator win probability graph. Prediction charm. Lav spectating.
The prediction, again, I felt the prediction charm's just fun. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's fun. Doesn't really matter.
Predict if we're gonna win or not, because we all know we're gonna lose.
Everything there, apart from the predicting, is free on League.
But yeah, it's like, why? Like, again, I get that they need to make money, but and like I said, League does it through skins and everything. But I mean, Dota also does that. Apart from Dota, it's with a Steam shop, so you buy them off other people. So I mean, I half get it. But, you know, like, couldn't they have made the money elsewhere without having to subscribe to the thing? Because, again, that kind of leads into the complicated thing. Like, they've made it complicated, and then to have a thing that makes it slightly less complicated, you got to pay for.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. Like,
we don't play Dota enough to warrant £3.
Yeah. Well, literally, if you think about it, if you had a kid, that £3 could go to their school clothes or their education. Like, you know, again, £36 nowadays, it's a huge amount.
I can see Sherlock type it in the comments, or Joe type it in the comments. How much have you spent on One Piece?
Yeah, but I've got my money back. I'm just throwing away £3. Like, if I open a pack, I've opened packs of cards and I've got my money back. Like, I've doubled my money, you know, if I sold them. But still, point is, I could sell them and still get my money back. I'm just, like, throwing £3 a month down. I might as well just flush £3 in the fucking toilet every month. You know what I mean?
Actually, I will say, from One Piece, I definitely have made my money back.
Exactly. So, yeah, stuff like that, you know, you've got it and you can always sell it and get your money back from it. Whereas, again, with Dota, it feels like, in order to learn it, it feels like Dota feels like a commitment. Like
a marriage.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the only other time I've been this committed to something was when I got my girlfriend.
Not the house, funnily enough.
I ain't got that yet. Like, they tease it in front of you. Like, oh, here's Dota Plus for free. And you're like, oh, this is good. This is easy to get into, or somewhat. well, not easy to get into, but it's I can get into this somewhat, and then a month later, and you're like, where's everything gone? And then you just start losing. You're like, why is this happening? And then you stop playing. So is this?
I think it's a fair mess. I feel like it can't be anything then S.
Pull.
Because
So this is this is like a little taster. Again, I know we kind of went on a bit of a rant about it. We do enjoy playing Dota. We've enjoyed it. We've had fun on it and stuff. But like I said, it's just kind of our hot takes because we can do. Well, depending on how things go, we can do a thing of things. We've got things we don't like about League as well. It's not.
Right. Sorry, I just thought of something.
That's fine.
So if you do want to see, let us know if you want to see a part 2. We can either do a part 2 of things we hate, or things we love, or we can get some people in from the Discord that play Dota and do what they hate about League and flip it.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that, make sure you put that in the comments. Right, there you go. Take it away, Sam. You can do the intro now. You can do the outro now. I just wanted to say that.
I was going to say when they do the graphics for League, I'll put like a 4K image. I don't know why they're whining about 4K, but But yeah. So yeah, let us know what you think. If there's anything you don't like about Dota, anything you want to add, if you want to again say we're idiots about some of our hot takes. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see some more, I don't know, bullshit from us. But yeah,
we've gone 50 minutes without swearing, then he has to do that.
Bull beep.
Let Sam know what you think about him in the comments.
Yeah. Only if they're nice. Yes, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
All these blues I can know. I was really hoping, why don't you and I